These dudes are out here equating having a girlfriend or a wife to having a servant. And this has been time immemorial. They believe that having a woman there means that you automatically have a cook and a cleaner, just a domestic servant. That's what you are. All right, she's 26, he's 31. My boyfriend expects me to be his personal cook after asking me to move in with him. We've been dating for 2.5 years, and I moved in about 1 to 2 months ago after he asked me to. Prior to this, I had stayed at his place multiple times, and he never asked me to cook for him or mentioned anything about me cooking while inviting me to live with him. He works in investment banking, so usually he works very long hours, 12 plus hours. Before I moved in, he used to order food every day, but now he expects me to cook and makes me feel obligated to do so. He compares my 8-hour workday to his and shames me for spending time watching Netflix or doing other unproductive stuff instead of cooking dinner for him. Although he has the financial means to order food like he previously did, he wants me to cook for him. Before moving in with him, I used to have a simple oatmeal for breakfast, lunch at work, and cook a very basic dinner at home for myself. But I really don't enjoy cooking, and I know that he won't be grateful or enjoy what I cook. About a week ago, we got into an argument and he called me lazy and selfish. I didn't react much at the time as he was really stressed about work, but we had another argument yesterday. He told me that I should just make him maybe effing dinner instead of sitting on my butt. I told him that he shouldn't be such a workaholic, making me feel obligated to cook because he invited me to live with him. I feel guilty, but I also feel like I should never cook for him after what he called me. I'm not sure what to feel or do. Any advice is appreciated. This part where right here compares my 8-hour workday to his and shames me for spending time watching Netflix or doing other unproductive stuff. Now, a woman having some free time to herself is unproductive and lazy. And, like when a dad comes home, he gets to unwind with his video games, drink his beer, or watch TV. That's perfectly fine because he's worked. But women are not allowed any downtime. And it's apparent that we're supposed to just fill in all of our extra time serving them. It's wild that they say this type of stuff. But if we were to say something like, you need to participate in the household, you need to do this for your children, blah, 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 it's like, why can't I have a hobby? Why can't I relax? Young ladies, before you move in with a dude, understand that automatically, no matter what happened previously, you become a domestic servant to them. This man could actually just order food, order meal prep, do what he wanted. He has the money to do so, but instead of doing that, he has flipped the script and decided that she was his servant. They become they are king babies. They believe that they are kings and that someone should be up under them. I don't get, they are failing and flailing at this relationship type of stuff. This woman is going to, if a dude ever told me to get off my lazy butt and make him effing dinner, I would never ever cook that man anything ever again, not a piece of toast, not a cup of tea. And then this woman says, yep, and it would be unwise for anyone calling me that to eat anything I brought to them afterwards, if for no other reason than how sloppily I'd make it. This man has no self-preservation. Uh, but he has an enormous sense of entitlement and enough verbal abuse to fill suitcases. He clearly just wanted a bang maid. Yes, that is what they want. This person says, tell him you won't be doing it without compensation. Otherwise, he can hire a personal chef. This a-hole tricked you. I don't even believe that she needs to be compensated for. Like, did she sign up to be his personal chef? Was this part of the arrangement? He invited her to live with him, not cook and clean for him. And that's what this next person says. Well, let's see what she says. Yep, these kinds of a-holes show their true colors when they think they have you in a vulnerable position. Now that she's moved in, he thinks he can pull this crap and that she's too invested to leave. OP should be thankful that he showed his true colors now rather than after getting married or having kids. OP, this is who he is. The other person was a facade that he was able to maintain while you did not live together. If you don't like who he is now and the way he's treating you, break up and move out. It's not going to get better. Okay, so this person says his response will be, I'm compensating you by giving you a place to live. And then the next person says, as if she didn't have her own place. And then the next person says, it's time to move out. He wants a housekeeper. And then the next person said he wants a bandmate. Absolutely. They believe that you should be bowing down to them. You should be grateful for any crumbs. Just have a man and you should just be serving them. Ladies, we have got to get to the point. That's the reason why I keep doing these things, so you can see red flags quicker. So you are not thinking that life is supposed to be about you servicing people. I don't care what these people are in your life. You were not born to service people. Run fast and run quickly. When you don't have any ties to these people, run quickly. Even if you do have ties to these people, make a plan and run as quickly as you can safely. Anyways, that is all I wanted to say with this one, but you guys go ahead. You know the drill. Don't forget to like, comment, share. So this man made 2 Reddits, and I'm going to read both of the Reddits before talking about them. So this is on Am I the A-hole? Am I the a-hole for saying that my wife is going too far with her resentment? A month ago, my friends and I were joking about how our wives cook, and I made a joke about my wife's cooking. I didn't mean to offend her, but she heard and got very angry. She confronted me. We talked about how she felt undervalued, and I apologized. She says she forgave me, but since then, she no longer cooks for me. She only makes food for herself and our kids. I work a lot and don't have time to cook, so I end up eating snacks or ordering food. I miss homemade meals in her company. I try cooking for her and our kids in my available time, making romantic gestures towards her and giving her flowers, but I'm still stuck in a status quo. Yesterday I said she was going too far and that she needs to work with me to resolve this situation. She got upset and said she won't discuss this with me again and that she's dealing with it in her own time. I think she's overreacting, and I didn't do anything so serious. She says she forgives me, but doesn't act like it. Am I the a-hole? Then he went over to relationship advice, and he says, my wife, who's 33, refuses to cook for me after I made a joke about her cooking. I'm doing this one because it fleshes out stuff. My wife and I have been married for 10 years, and we have 2 children, 8 and 6. She also works part-time as a teacher, so I know she has a tiring routine. A few weeks ago, I made a big mistake. I was chatting with some friends, and they began talking about the meals their wives prepared. One of them mentioned that his wife only knew how to make instant noodles, and without thinking, I joked that mine cooked a roast chicken so dry it resembled cardboard, among other jokes. I thought it was all in good fun, but I didn't realize my wife was passing by and overheard. She was furious and confronted me after I moved away from my friends. She said I was ungrateful and an idiot and that I didn't deserve the effort she put into cooking for me. She stormed off and went to the bedroom, slamming the door. I felt deeply embarrassed and went after her, apologizing. I explained that I was just joking and I loved her cooking. After many conversations where she expressed being tired of people belittling her, she said she accepted my apologies. Seeing her cry affected me for the rest of the day. Since then, she no longer cooks for me. Okay, so we've seen all of this. I'm gonna skip to the bottom one. I don't know what to do. I love my wife and want to fix things. I know I messed up, but I feel she's overreacting now. I don't think it's fair for her to punish me like this. I don't want this to affect our marriage. How can I get her to cook for me again and treat me as before? How do I fix it? We've talked about pranks and jokes a lot, and it's just not sticking. And okay, let's just talk about some of these comments because it kind of sums things up. I remember when my mom told me the biggest thing about my parents' divorce. She said, I just got tired of being the butt of the joke. The next person says, my dad makes everyone the butt of his jokes, but especially my mom. I don't know how they've stayed together. My mom barely talks because of my dad doing this. This person says, same here. It's never malicious and very subtle, but it's not romantic. It wasn't until my husband pointed out to me that this happened that my eyes were open to it. My husband treats me with such reverence and respect. I wish my mom felt that. Yes, I don't know why people just want to poke at people all the time. Like, why are wives supposed to be the butt of the joke? This person says, my grandmother is like that too. I've been no contact for a couple of years though, and she always complained that my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, could never take a joke when her jokes were never funny, always hurtful. And this next person says, that's what gets me. Their jokes are never funny, just mean. Jokes should make everybody laugh. Jokes shouldn't make somebody feel shitty. It's just not how it's supposed to happen. But that's where we have gone with supposed joking or pranking. It's making other people feel bad and then other folks laughing at their expense. This person at the bottom says, "Oh, it's malicious, all right. I suggest you watch a little closer. Watch your mom's face when he does it because it hurts her." Okay, so the OP asked, "How does he fix this?" And this person says, "You start cooking for everybody. Your job is not an excuse. I work crazy hours for an international organization and cover many time zones. I can still make dinner most nights. Making jokes at the expense of your partner is absolute BS. And frankly, your attitude as if you deserve home cooking because your career is so special indicates to me that you have an inflated sense of self and major entitlement and probably don't pull your weight or make her feel appreciated." This person says, "I do not believe she's overreacting. She's working her butt off to cook, raise kids, and work as a teacher. You effed up. Cook for her cook for her if you even know how to cook. Show her that you're truly sorry. Words won't fix anything. She may say she accepts the apology, but deep down she's hurting. Take action." Also, the fact that you're not seeking advice here to make her happier, but to get her to cook for me again and treat me as before is pretty baffling. This person says, "Right, rather than what can I do to make it up to her, or better yet, start taking over the cooking for at least a few weeks to a month, if not more. It's just me. Is it just me, or does he come off as a bit self absorbed and narcissistic?" And somebody says it's not you. So this man is probably going to be blindsided soon. He's probably not going to know where the divorce comes from. When the fact that she's not arguing anymore, she's just like, "Okay, cool. I'm just going to take care of me and the kids." She's living in a different world at this particular point. People have got to stop trying to make folks the butt of the joke, and then using an apology to simply get what you want is just a manipulation tactic. It's not showing change, it's just trying to get something. That's not what an apology is. We've got to get to the point where we understand that relationships are partnerships these days, especially when women are. I know that we don't get paid for housework and kids, but when women are doing the majority of the child rearing and still working outside the home, we need more partnership within the home. Anyways, go ahead. Let me know what you think. We're talking about partnerships, cooking, chores, kids rearing, and showing up and not pranking your loved ones, but actually showing support. So comment on all of that. Don't forget to like, comment, share.